Yo, what is up guys, SurgicalGoblin here and welcome to this new episode. In today's video, as you guys probably know, this morning the 20 win challenge started. So I tried it first with a giant deck, I didn't make it, and then my second try with this Golem deck. And I will show my battle log real quick, but as you guys can see, I got a lot of wins and I actually ended up getting the 20 wins. I mean, not the 12 wins, also the 12 wins, but ended up getting the 20 wins. I did lose once, as you guys can see here, versus 3 Musketeers with Main Horde. This deck can struggle versus a few cards. I will mention them soon. And as you guys can see, the rest were all wins. So I will show the deck real quick. So it's a Golem deck. Without the collector, it has the tornado, it has the rocket, and it's quite a cheap deck because only 3.6 elixir average elixir cost. For a Golem deck, it's quite cheap. So versus what cards this deck can struggle? It can struggle versus the Inferno Dragon because as you guys can see, we don't have anything to reset it or to stun it, like an Electro Wizard, a Zap or whatever. Bats, the same thing, we don't have a Zap or anything. And also not really splash, so like the Night Witch doesn't really do well versus bats. Same for the Mega Minion, but still, like when you have a Night Witch behind the Golem, it will slowly build up the bats and then you can take them out. But it can struggle versus the bats and also versus Main Horde, but you do have the Tornado and Ice Spirit. Like Ice Spirit Tornado combination is super good on defense. But I will first collect the gold. So as you guys can see, 20 wins and 1 loss, so I was super happy, of course. As I said, like, not my first try, this was my second try. The first try, I believe I got 15 wins, and then this one, 21, so I was really happy to get it. So let's collect the gold right now, guys. 250k gold, that's insane. Right now I have 384k gold, and let's open this chest. So 3k gold as well. Goblin Hut, Spear Goblins, Arrows, Skeletons, Flying Machine, Balloon, and wow, we actually get a legendary in this chest. Wow, I didn't expect to get a legendary. Let's see what legendary we got from the legendary chest. I got a lock, by the way. And wow, an Inferno Dragon, that's actually really good. The Inferno Dragon is level 3, so that's one of my lowest legendaries. So this one will be slowing going to level 4. That's really nice. As I said, I didn't expect a legendary from that chest at all because the chest isn't as good. But in today's video, I'm going to show 3 replays and I will give some tips about how to use this deck. And hopefully you guys can get 20 wins as well. So let's start off with this one. So as I said, this deck can struggle versus Bats and Inferno Dragon. And this is Mega Knight Hawk Rider. And Mega Knight Hawk Rider is super popular, especially in this 20 win challenge. So that is why I want to show you guys and how I beat this. So my starting hand, Rocket, Mega Minion, Goblins, and the Golem. So I don't really drop anything. He goes with like goblins in the back. I will go with my own goblins in the back, splitting them. Same as he does. He will go with the ice golem. I will go with a Mega Minion. And I would never start off with a golem as my opening move. Unless he, for example, also drops a golem. Then I would go like golem same lane. So here he gives us a really nice rocket, hitting his ice golem, hitting his Inferno Dragon, and hitting the tower. I will go with an Ice Spirit to freeze the Hawk Rider, and I will Tornado it, so the Hawk Rider will not get a hit. But unfortunately, he also has bats behind it. And as I said, this deck can struggle versus bats because we don't really have anything for that. So we do take a lot of damage on that side. But here he goes with a really interesting move. I believe he cycles with his Inferno Dragon and his his Ice Golem and his Inferno Dragon. So I will drop my, oh no, so he drops his Ice Golem in the back. I will go with Night Witch in the back in the same lane. And I believe here he will go with Inferno Dragon in the other side. So this actually opens up for me, like I know that he is Mega Knight, he didn't play it yet, but because it's such a popular deck, so I will actually go with Golem at the bridge, knowing that he used his counter. I will go with Goblins for his Hawk Rider. The Hawk Rider will just get 1 hit with the help of the 2 towers, like the King Tower is activated as well, and the Goblins at the same time distract his Inferno Dragon. So his Mega Knight is not like that high of a DPS, like it doesn't deal too much damage, so I will actually send the Mega Minion as well towards the Mega Knight, just to make sure to deal some damage there. Unfortunately, he drops his bats, and the bats will take it out before I'm able to kill the Mega Knight. But the Golem death damage, the explosion, will actually take out his Mega Knight. And that brings down the tower. I believe it doesn't take it out, but really low. Or maybe it does. I think it does. Let's see. Yes, it actually does take down the tower. So the right side tower actually goes down because of that push. Because he used his Inferno Dragon. I saw that he used it. And that's basically the really, like his, counter to Golem. As I said, like Mega Knight, the DPS is not good. So I was able to take down the right side tower, and because we have Tornado, Tornado is such a good card versus Hawk Rider in defense. But I still like keep the pressure, just because I think if I like go full defense, I won't be able to defend like all the time because he will like cycle poisons and stuff. So I decided to keep pressure by going with Golem, also with a Mega Minion, Ice Spirit there to freeze his Inferno Dragon. And here he gives us a really nice rocket, our rocket and lock in defense, hitting his Hawk Rider, hitting his Ice Golem and hitting his Mega Knight. And that took it out. He's giving the angry face. He knows it's over, like 20 seconds left. We can just defend. I don't go offensive anymore. I know that like just with 30 seconds, I can just like place my troops in the same lane. I have a Mega Minion there. I will probably go with a Night Witch. And then like I have Tornado. But I think I don't even need it now. I will have another Mega Minion. And the Hawk Rider will get nowhere. So that was, I believe I was at 16 or 17 wins. So I think maybe this was the battle for the Legendary chest. So as you guys saw, like, it's tough to come through the Inferno Dragon, but him making one mistake, or him like, or us noticing that it was out of rotation, like not in cycle, because he just used it, we were able to have a really solid push. So this one, when we were at 18 wins, so 18-1, and this is a really interesting matchup because he has Golem, Collector, with the Mega Knight and Inferno Dragon, and as you guys can see, he started off with the Collector, but we don't start off with the Golem, and we don't start off with the Rocket, so really bad cycle. But we go with Goblins at the bridge to pressure, to chip away. I will lock actually his Collector because I don't really have any other play. Then I will go with the Ice Spirit at the bridge, and as you guys can see, my last card is the Golem, so I'm giving the angry face and the good game because this is one of the yeah, like worst starts possible. Like this start is just like either you would like to start off like punishing their Collector by making a push, or negating them from getting an elixir advantage by rocketing their Collector. We couldn't do any of them. And I also see that he has Inferno Dragon. As you guys can see in my hand, I have nothing to stop that. So I will go with a Mega Minion to make sure we kill his tank as soon as possible. The Mega Minion and the Night Witch are actually doing work on his Golem, and the death damage will not make it to the tower. The Golemites are there, but our Golemites also made it. So far we're not even looking that bad. If you look at his elixir, he is up quite a bit, but the Night Witch is still alive, and the bats will actually do some work. So right now he gives us a really nice rocket. We will rocket the right side, but because we have more damage to the left side, I will end up going for the left side anyways. Here we can just drop an Ice Spirit for his Mega Minion, freezing it, and that allows the tower to kill it without getting any damage. But as you guys can see, he already goes with a Golem in the back. And I don't have my Golem in cycle, so I first need to cycle one more card. So I decided to go with a Night Witch all the way in the back, and then like going with a Golem in front, because of course you want the Golem tanking. The Golem is your tank, so I will drop a Golem in front of the Night Witch, blocking her, and then she will like go behind it. So looks like this is actually in our favor because his Golem is at our side first, but he does have the Inferno Dragon, and the Inferno Dragon gets so much value. As you guys can see, his Golem will make it to the tower, and I think the death damage, yeah, the death damage will also make it, and our Golemites don't even make it to the tower. So right now we're in a really tough situation because I have nothing to deal with his Inferno Dragon. Of course I could try to tornado it. Eventually I will actually do that. I also made a mistake in this game. You guys will see that soon. Eventually I will do that. So right now here pumps up, and I know that he doesn't have Inferno Dragon in cycle. As you guys probably know, if you don't know it, someone like your opponent has to place 4 cards after he played that 1 card to have the 1 card in cycle again. So he didn't play 4 cards after playing his Inferno Dragon. So I saw that here. I tried to pull it out of range. Unfortunately, I did not do that. It's still like heat up. I say oops because I tried to pull it out of range. So it will actually like retarget again onto the Golem. Unfortunately, it couldn't. So he goes with a Mega Knight at the bridge. I'll actually use my Golem defensive here to tank for the Mega Knight. So it will actually jump on the Golem, and then the tower and the Night Witch will finish it off. Here I will go with Goblins, Ice Spirit, or Mega Minion. I see that the Inferno Dragon is locked on my Golem, so I will reset it as soon as possible with the Ice Spirit. Luckily we were able to. We have 2 Night Witches there, we have a Mega Minion there, but again his defense is so solid. The Golem will not get the death damage off, but we still have so many units, so many bats. We go with a Golem at the bridge, knowing that we still have so many units. The Mega Knight almost died to all of that. We go with Goblins, a Mega Minion, and here I know that if I keep the pressure up, if you can see, like, look at his elixir, he is really low. I will go with a Night Witch as well. I gave him the thumbs up, knowing that was good game. I gave him the good game, and that was good game. So at that moment, I was 19-1 in the Grand Challenge, or in the 20-win challenge, I mean, not the Grand Challenge. So 91 going into the last battle. Of course I was nervous, but I was quite confident as well, because like let's say you're 92, you would have way more pressure than 19-1. But look at the last matchup, again Mega Knight Hawk. As I said, it's a really popular deck, guys, so I think it's fine to show 2 replays against it, especially because it's a hard matchup, so you guys can see what I'm doing, how to beat it. Especially I think that can help many of you guys. So I start off with the Ice Spirit at the bridge, trying to chip away, and he drops the Ice Golem to block it, but it still drops to the tower, so we still get some chip damage. He goes with Bats and Hawk Rider. I will Tornado it to the King Tower. Of course, we will take some damage, and unfortunately, actually one Bat survives, so we actually get a lot of damage, and he's BMing us a little bit. He's saying good luck, good luck, good luck, and he gave the thumbs up. But I start off with a Golem in the back, and I know it's really early, but he just used his Hawk Rider, so I will try to build like some kind of push because we're like behind on damage, and he still needs to do something. So I will go with a Night Witch behind it, and I think he will poison in defense right here. I'm not sure. Yeah, so he will poison in defense right here, but the Night Witch will actually not die to a poison. He still needs to log it. I'm not sure if poison zap kills a Night Witch, but for sure a poison and a log, but he does have zap. So he doesn't kill the Night Witch, and look at the Night Witch getting so much value. It's actually taking out the Mega Knight there, and after that we'll also take out or damage the Inferno Dragon a little bit and hit the tower. So we have a Mega Minion going there with the Ice Spirit, and I will drop my Goblins, I believe, to distract his Inferno Dragon. Yeah, I will distract his Inferno Dragon. I'm forced to rock a defensive because he used the Ice Golem to tank. If I would try to Tornado it to the middle, it would not pull it like good, and it will still take a lot of damage. So it did get one hit, but 6 for 6 straight. One hit was fine. It's better than trying to pull it to the middle and end up taking, for example, 3 Hawk Rider hits. So I will go with Golem in the back. He's constantly like BMing us a bit. We BM a little bit back, like laughing. He says good luck again. So he goes actually with the Inferno Dragon at the bridge, and this is such a big mistake on his part. So I can just go with the Ice Spirit to freeze it, hitting 2 out of the 3 bats. The King Tower will kill the final bat, and he will get some chip damage, but his Inferno Dragon is out of rotation. And as like the same in the first match, if the Inferno Dragon is out of rotation, he doesn't really have any like a DPS dealer, but still like the Goblins, the Mega Knight are doing a good job killing the Golem, but it does make it to the tower, so it will get 1 hit. I believe not a second, no second hit, but it does get the death damage off, and the Golemites also like do quite a like good amount of damage. So this time we pulled the Hawk Rider to the middle, but we dropped Goblins as well to make sure we killed his Ice Golem. As I said, otherwise you will not be able to pull it as good as possible. So here I will go with the Ice Spirit for his Inferno Dragon to reset it. It does retarget on the Golem, but the Golem will actually walk out of range, so the Golem will get 1 hit. I believe a second one. There you go, second hit from the Golem. And the death damage will actually, no, actually another hit. The third hit will actually take it. The Golem is still alive. And this is a good game. I say good luck, good luck. And this was good game. So this was the 19-1, the battle for the 20 wins. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Quite a short one, but also I think a really good one, because I showed some matches versus difficult matchups, some replays I mean, versus some difficult matchups, and I hope you guys could learn from this. I hope you guys are also able to get the 20 wins with this deck, because as I said, it's an interesting deck, but for sure a really solid one, because I think this deck isn't that popular, but it does really well versus the meta decks. If you look at it, it would beat Lockbait quite easily, since you have the Lock, you have the Tornado, and most of the Lockbait players have Tornado themselves, so Golem is actually a really good card. Then versus X-Bow, you have and the Rocket and the Golem, so that's like double counters to the X-Bow. The Mega Knight Hawk can be difficult, but I just showed you guys how to beat it. The Tornado is really key on defense. Make sure to activate the King Tower versus most of the matchups, but try not to take much damage, because in one match I think I took about 1000 damage, and that was quite risky. Luckily my opponent made one mistake, but if he doesn't, that could cost you the game. So make sure you're careful with your tornadoes. And that's most of my tips. As I said, I really hope you guys can get it. So I'm actually really happy that the entry fee was just 10 gems, because as I said, I didn't make it the first try, but I did make it the second try. So hopefully you guys are able to get it. Let me know if you have success with this deck, either on Twitter or in the comment section down below. If you have any suggestions for a future episode, also let me know. And if you enjoyed this episode, make sure to smack that like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, feel free to subscribe. And I hope to see you on all of my next videos. Bye guys.